Okay, let's now talk about the next topic here. Uh, let's quickly go back through advertising pre-testing. Yes, so can you tell me what ad pre-testing is?
Like to test the ad before releasing it for the into the market, to test it.
Into the market, or what's the correct word?
So
What is the correct word? You don't say release it into the market. What would be the correct word? Technical term. Hold it closer.
so like to be shown to the customers before
You
they
say before you air it on the medium. Okay, so advertising pre-testing, if we can just keep it here, I'm sure it won't stand here. Advertising pre-testing is normally done for TV commercial. It is not done so much for ads that come in the magazines or newspaper. It can be done, but it is done mainly for TV commercials for two reasons. TV commercials are very expensive to shoot, and media budgets in TV are high, right? So before you spend crores and crores of rupees on a media campaign on television, you want to make sure that the ad is good enough before you spend that money behind it. Okay, so I've used the word. So ad pre-testing is to see whether the ad is good enough for us to go ahead. Ad pre-testing is also normally done with what we call a finished commercial. By the way, TVC is TV commercial. What is a finished commercial? I mean, what do you understand from the term finished commercial or unfinished commercial? Would you want to make a guess about this? Any of you? No? Okay, so what happens when you're creating an ad is somebody thinks of the story first. The ad will be like this. One day they'll be walking on the road. One girl will come and talk to him. Then they'll get into a car and they will go. Then they'll both look very happy because the car is very good. If that is a story, for example, they will create something called a storyboard, which is just a series of images, pictures, not photos, pictures. Like we see comics, no? There'll be drawings and there'll be the bubble scene. This person says this person says that. So that's a storyboard. They can have a more sophisticated form of this storyboard called animatic, or they can call it narramatic. Narramatic means that these frames will come on their own automatically. Click, 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 it will come. It will play. And there'll be a voiceover describing what is happening, narrating the story. That's why it's called narramatic. Animatic is, it will go like a TV, but it's still only drawings. It's not motion picture, right? It is just click, 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 it is coming. Finished commercial is, if these ideas are approved and people think it's good, then they'll actually shoot the ad, with live models and live locations and so on and so forth, right? So normally TV commercial pre-testing, we talk about it in the context of finished commercial. It can be done for storyboard as well, but normally these concepts go together. Ad pre-testing, there is a word called FET. The whole research industry, if we say we're doing FET, to understand. FET stands for Forced Exposure Test. What it means is, we will expose the ad that we're shooting, and we are forcing the respondent to see it. Forcing means not physically forcing. We are ensuring that he sees it. So it's called a forced exposure test, FET. Okay, now let me ask you, when is an ad considered to be a good ad? When is an ad considered to be a bad ad? Like we said, baby, healthy baby, not healthy baby. What are the measures that we use to say an ad is a good ad or a bad ad? Here.
Sir, an ad will be considered good if it is able to express the purpose of the product,
Very good.
and
You said something which is definitely correct. I'll ask you to say it in technical terms, but continue. Yeah.
and if it fails to
So let me repeat in case the audio is clear. An ad will be considered good if it expresses the purpose, correct,
yes.
of the product. Okay. Then
People get influenced after seeing the ad.
people get influenced. Okay. Any other points?
Emotionally connection of that.
What does that mean?
Like there is some ad like mother or child. Mother is worried about their child health, so mother gave the child in health drink or something like that.
Okay, emotional connection. Okay, fine. What else? Have you studied the IDA model? No? IDA model of advertising management, you would have had a paper in MBA. Okay. IDA model is, the first A stands for awareness, I stands for interest, D stands for desire, the final A stands for action. Okay, see, let's look at it this way. First of all, an ad has to get noticed. There are so many ads that come on TV and on OTT. How are we supposed to see all the ads? No human being can. So ad must get noticed. So if you see an ad with your favorite hero, for example, who's your favorite hero? Your favorite hero?
Ranveer Singh.
Ranveer Singh. So if you see an ad with Ranveer Singh, you will stop and you will look at it. Correct? Fine. Who is your favorite heroine?
Heroine. Deepika Padukone.
Deepika. So if you see an ad with Deepika Padukone, you will stop and you will look at it. Correct? So, which is your favorite animal?
Cat.
Cat. So if you see an ad with cats, you will stop and say, hey cat. Correct? So something in that ad must, yes. Which is your favorite animal? If you see an ad with an elephant in it, you will stop and look at it. Right. So something in that ad must make you notice the ad. So the first metric is called cut-through power. It cuts through the clutter which is there. There are so many ads. Second thing, it must register the brand name. It should not be that you see an ad and you say, wow, elephant, so cute, wonderful, awesome, and you go and tell your friend next time, I saw an ad, it says baby elephant, it's so cute, yeah, I just want to see the elephant types. Friend will ask, what brand is it for? What brand it is for? But the elephant is very cute. Then the ad is a waste. It has only entertained you. It must register the brand name in the consumer's mind. Third, and this is what I mean by technical thing, it expresses the purpose of the product. In other words, it conveys the message or the brand benefits. Okay? Now, this is what I mean by saying you must use a correct technical term. It should effectively convey the message or the benefit that the brand is promising to the consumer, which is what you're saying as expresses the purpose of the product. People get influenced The correct technical term is it should persuade the consumer. An ad is supposed to persuade the consumer. What should it persuade? It should persuade the consumer that this is a good brand. If I think of buying this category, I should think of this brand. That is persuasion. Okay? So a brand doesn't persuade, an ad persuades. We should remember this. Okay? So these are the key metrics. And of course, it should do all this in an entertaining fashion. It should not be boring. It should be entertaining. You should feel like seeing it again. It should not be like, yo, this ad has come. Right? It should be entertaining. And it should do emotional connect. Like you said, like a child, mother-child. Some emotional, there's a word for it called empathy. Sometimes it creates empathy. What is empathy?
Like putting you in another person's shoe.
Very good. Putting yourself in that situation. So if you show a brand in the context of, there's a discotheque and young people are dancing and they're having, maybe some alcohol or booze or whatever or soft drinks and just having a good time, and you try to persuade me, that is a very foreign situation to me. I don't relate to that situation at all, right? But if you show, a village and you show a guy sitting in the simple thatched place and you find he has got an elephant and he has got a boat and he's got some books, that's me. Hey, I can see myself in that situation. That's empathy. So the best ads make a large number of consumers empathize with them. If I am an outlier like the elephant and boat situation, if I am only one out of a million people, the ad doesn't even want to talk to me, right? You don't talk to outliers, you want to talk to a majority of people. So these are the metrics that we have. So what do we do in the research? In an ad research, first we create something known as a capsule. The capsule will have multiple ads, 8 or 10 ads. One of those ads will be our ad, what we are researching. Other ads will be ads which are normally coming on TV, right? And so before the ad, there will be a song or something, film song. Before this capsule of 10 ads. After this ads also there will be another song. So that it's like you're watching a TV program. One song, some ads, one more song. So people are asked to see this. And then after that they asked them, which ads do you remember seeing? Okay? So we measure what percentage correctly are able to remember our ad. This measures cut through, right? The ability to get noticed in the middle of the clutter. Then we show our ad alone. We call this soulless exposure, meaning alone, soulless exposure. We show our ad alone. We can show it one time, we can show it 2 times. And now we ask for feedback. Do you find the ad interesting? Do you find the ad entertaining? Do you feel like watching it again? What kind of message is it conveying about the brand? Does it make you feel like buying the brand? If sometimes the ad is based on a music, right? Are you able to, do you like the jingle or do you like that music? Sometimes the ad is based on a celebrity. Do you like that celebrity? Sometimes the ad is based on a certain location or situation. Do you like that situation? Do you relate to the situation? Those are the questions that we ask. At the end of all this, if the ad is doing well on all these things, you can conclude that this ad is ready to be ad. If it is doing well on some of it, not so good on some of it, you can go back and tell the creative agency, these are some problems. Can you fix these problems? And the ad will be good to go. In the worst case, you have to go back and say, sorry, the ad is not going to work at all. We have to junk it completely and try for something new altogether. Understood how ad pre-testing works? We'll go on to the next topic. Terrific. So can we break this one here?